More than half of Australia's 25 million people are in lockdown. Hospitals in its largest city, Sydney, are under severe pressure as its home state of New South Wales sets a new daily COVID-19 infection record of 919. This after 2 months of lockdowns. Health officials emphasizing that the way to counter the surge is through vaccinations.
The solution is in our hands, and I urge everyone in those local government areas who have access to that vaccine to fill those appointment vacancies and get a vaccine. If we get those high levels, the modelling shows we will change, they are effective, and we will see a decline in cases.
Neighbouring state Queensland has paused arrivals from declared hotspots, including New South Wales. Officials say quarantine hotels are full. Across the Tasman, New Zealand has reported the highest number of cases in its Delta outbreak. Most cases are in Auckland, but the entire country is in lockdown. It's stepping up what's been criticized as a slow vaccination rollout.
Nobody wants to be in lockdown, and the best way that we can return to enjoying the freedoms that we have had for much of the last year is to get very high levels of vaccination.
The hospitals in Japan are also struggling with a surge of new infections brought on by the highly transmissible Delta variant. 90% of Tokyo's critical care beds are occupied. The country has expanded its state of emergency to 8 more prefectures, making it 21 in total. That'll cover nearly half of all Japan's prefectures. And despite restricting movement in Vietnam's largest city, Ho Chi Minh, in July, COVID-19 infections have continued to climb. Soldiers have been deployed to enforce harsher curbs implemented this week. Ho Chi Minh has accounted for half of Vietnam's total COVID-19 cases and about 80% of the deaths. On her visit to Hanoi on Wednesday, U.S. Vice President Kamala Harris announced the United States will be donating 1 million doses of the Pfizer vaccine. Only 1.8% of people in Vietnam are fully vaccinated. In Taiwan this week, President Tsai Ing-wen launched the rollout of a domestically developed COVID-19 vaccine. She received her first dose of the Metadin jab that was given emergency approval by regulators last month. It uses a piece of COVID-19 to trigger the body into mounting an immune response. The move prompted strong opposition within the medical and scientific community because large-scale and long-term studies were bypassed. For the first time since May, no new domestic cases were reported in Taiwan on Wednesday. 40% of the island's population has received at least one dose of a COVID-19 vaccine. Scott Heidler, Al Jazeera, Bangkok.